Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and in this video, Bitcoin is about to do something amazing. In this video, I'll be doing some more longer term Bitcoin analysis to see where we are in this Bitcoin bull run and to see if we're still on track to be topping out towards the end of this year and to see if we're still on track to hit my long-term price targets. So if you want to know my exact Bitcoin price targets, I definitely recommend sticking around for this video because there's going to be so much valuable information in this video. Also, later in this video, I will be sure to cover Ethereum. As always, I'll be showing you my Ethereum price targets, and I'll also be including a couple of your favorite altcoins that you guys have been suggesting in the comment section down below. So once again, make sure you're watching this video all the way through so you're not missing out on any of the valuable information in this video. And yeah, if all of that sounds good to you, then please make sure to just leave a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on for more videos like this one. I put a lot of time and effort into these videos every single day to try and help you make money in crypto. So if you could just spend a couple seconds out of your day to scroll down and click like and subscribe, that seriously means a lot to me and it helps out the channel so much. But yeah, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Bitcoin US dollar chart on the 1 day chart. So this just here, this is this entire correction that we've been in for about 2 weeks now. When you've actually zoomed out a little bit, the correction that we've just been in is honestly nothing compared to the longer term trends that Bitcoin's in. But yeah, anyway, what this massive red line is on the chart just here, this is actually the stock to flow model for Bitcoin. And for the beginners out there, basically what the stock to flow model is, it basically takes into consideration the stock, which is the total current supply circulating in the Bitcoin markets, which is around 18.5 million approximately. And yeah, that's the stock. And then it divides it by the flow, which is the new oncoming supply onto the market. And if I zoom all the way out, as you can see here, this is basically Bitcoin's entire price history. And these vertical dotted lines that I've got on the chart are the 3 Bitcoin halvings throughout Bitcoin's history. And basically when Bitcoin gets to these halvings, it initiates a massive run to the upside in both the stock to flow model and in the price. And essentially the whole point of me bringing this out and showing you guys in this video is to basically show you that anytime Bitcoin is below the stock to flow model line, historically that's been a great time to buy into Bitcoin. And anytime Bitcoin's above the stock to flow model, it basically means that just at that point in time, Bitcoin is overvalued and it's not a very good time to buy Bitcoin. Basically, the moment Bitcoin entered these areas well above the stock to flow model line, that was basically overvalued territory for Bitcoin. And once again, buying up at those prices wasn't very smart. And obviously you're just much better off waiting and being patient for the price to eventually get back below the stock to flow model. And obviously this has happened time and time again throughout Bitcoin's entire history. Anytime you bought below this red line, it's been amazing. And even just recently, these 2 corrections that we've seen this year so far, if you sold when Bitcoin got above the stock to flow model, you would basically be selling the top of the correction before we eventually plunged around 30% to the downside both times here. And once again, anytime you buy below the stock to flow model is a great time to buy if you're holding for the long term. And right now, the current stock to flow model level is coming in at around $57,500 US dollars. So it's pretty much coming in confluence with the all-time high. So basically, as long as you're buying Bitcoin below the all-time high, below that 58K level, when you're looking at the big picture, the long-term uptrends, once again, this is just an exceptional buy. And honestly, this could potentially be one of our last big buying opportunities for this bull market. And now this moving average just here, this is the 200-week moving average. And this basically has historically been the bottom of the bear market for both of these big Bitcoin bear markets. As you can see, both times here, Bitcoin bottomed out at the 200-week moving average once again. But what's interesting is as soon as this 200-week moving average just here, just going off the last cycle, as soon as the 200-week moving average crossed the previous all-time high, so I'll just map out the all-time high for the end of the 2013 bull run just here, and just zooming into the 2017 bull run, the following bull run, when the 200-week moving average crossed above the previous all-time high in the last cycle, at that exact point in time, that's where Bitcoin was beginning to top out for that current cycle. That's how you could tell when the all-time high was coming in at that current cycle at 2017. So just going off the same analysis just here, the old all-time high for Bitcoin in the previous cycle was obviously obviously the big famous $20,000 level once again. So that's what this purple line is just here, is the $20,000 level, and the 200-week moving average is currently coming in at exactly 10,000 US dollars. And as you can see just here, it is beginning to speed up throughout this bull run, just as it did in the last big bull run. But yeah, obviously I will continue to keep you all updated on this throughout the bull run, so make sure you subscribe with notifications on so you're not missing any of these updates. Now, just taking a look at where the 200-week moving average was sitting at the halving just last year. Right at that point in time, the 200-week moving average was sitting at around 5,500 approximately. And so since the third halving just last year, it's pretty much almost doubled. It's gone from around 5,500 to 10,000. So this basically is a good indicator at showing our progress on this bull run. Obviously, the beginning of this bull cycle kind of started at the halving basically, and the top of this bull cycle will be when the 200-week EMA hits up towards $20,000. So right now we're sitting pretty much bang in the middle between the start and the end of this bull run. Just taking a look at the previous cycle to get an idea of how long it could possibly take for Bitcoin to top out from where we are now. I'll just do the same thing, but in the last cycle. So I'll put this horizontal line here, and that's where the 200-week moving average was at the second halving. Actually, I'll just make it a different color so I don't confuse you with all of these lines. All right, and now I'll place another horizontal line to where Bitcoin's previous big bull market top was in the last cycle before the 2017 cycle. So once again, when the 200-week moving average crossed this line, that signified the top of the 2017 run. So yeah, once again, in the current cycle that we're in right now, we're currently around halfway between those two lines, between the start and the finish of the bull run. So just taking a look at the rough halfway point between these two lines just here. So yeah, let's just kind of pick a point here at about halfway between these two green lines. From the second halving to that point in time, that took around 340 days approximately to get to that area. Now, taking a look at this cycle from the halving to where we are right now, that's taken about 300 days. We're about 300 days out from the last halving. So far, we're well and truly on track for this bull market. In fact, we're actually going a little bit faster than we did in the last bull market. And now from that same point in time in the last big bull cycle, measuring out from there to where we topped out for that bull cycle, that was about another 180 days. So pretty much from that point, it was about 6 months from then until the top of the bull market. Now, measuring out from where we are right now and taking it out about 180 days, that will place us somewhere around September this year for the bull market top. Now, once again, this is pretty strong speculation. Don't expect this to be extremely accurate. But in that being said, this is not just some wild guess. This is placed on data and technical analysis from previous bull cycles. And what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to place a vertical line on the chart just here, and I'm going to place another one just here, as you can see. So this line is coming in at August, just 1 month earlier, and this line is coming in October, so just 1 month after. So this kind of gives a window to where I think Bitcoin will be topping out for this bull market between August and October. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave those lines there for the next 6 months, and yeah, I'm not going to move them whatsoever, and see how this analysis, this prediction actually plays out. So definitely stay tuned for that, and you want to be subscribed to this channel so you're not missing any of these important updates. But yeah, zooming into the 2-hour charts for Bitcoin, and yeah, once again, Bitcoin found some more resistance just here at the $51,500 level, exactly as I predicted in my last video. I said in my last video that these two levels just here, which by the way, the blue line is the $51,500 level and the red line is the $52,500 level. I said that those two lines in particular will be some massive resistance for Bitcoin to get above. And yeah, once again, we saw yet another rejection from that level. But yeah, my short-term analysis still basically stays the same to what I said in my last video just yesterday. There's still this massive inverse head and shoulders that is currently forming on the chart. And my price targets for that inverse head and shoulders, if we are to get above this big level of resistance, is right up here, coming in at around 61,500 US dollars. So honestly, for as long as Bitcoin kind of remains below around 52 to 53,000, just in this sort of area just here, I would honestly just expect some more sideways action for Bitcoin before we eventually build up the momentum to break above those resistance levels. And yeah, it is inevitable for us to break above those levels, and when that happens, we will be hitting the all-time high not long after that. And yeah, as for levels of support to pay attention to for the Bitcoin price, there's a massive level of support coming in at 47,000 US dollars. We saw some huge support in this area just back here in the beginning of March. And also way back in around the middle of February, we saw some massive support at that 47K level as well. And anything below that, I'll simply be targeting around the $43,000 level as the bottom for this Bitcoin retracement. Once again, I called that Bitcoin bottom at 43,000 and I'm still sticking to that 100%. So yeah, it's going to be exciting to see where Bitcoin goes over the next couple of weeks and to see whether my prediction, whether my analysis is true or not. But yeah, switching over to the Ethereum US dollar chart, we're on the 2-hour chart for Ethereum. And as you can see here, just in the immediate short term, Ethereum recently experienced a fake out to the upside. This big level just here is the 1,700 US dollar level, and that's a massive resistance for Ethereum to get above. We saw a massive rejection back here, and also just more recently, we saw a rejection from this level. And yeah, as you can see, Ethereum started to break above this level, this $1,700 level. But when Ethereum was breaking above that resistance level, as you can see here, we were getting no big spike in volume. We just remained at average levels of volume, which is obviously not a good sign. And not always, but this usually means that the breakout is not real and that we're going to be coming back down to, at the very least, retest this level as support. And now if we were to find support at that $1,700 level and get a bounce, then that would be one way we could confirm that the breakout was still real, even though we had a lack in volume. But the fact that we saw both a lack in volume and the failed retest, because obviously we've come back below that $1,700 level, that's two confirmations that this just here was a fake out. And yeah, we're still going to be waiting for the official breakout to the upside. And honestly, I would expect just some more sideways consolidation for Ethereum before we gather momentum to break above this level once again. Zooming into the 1-hour chart, as you can see here, Ethereum has formed a small bearish divergence just on the 1-hour chart. So this right here is pretty much already playing out. I wouldn't expect like a massive crash from Ethereum just from this bearish divergence on the 1-hour chart. But once again, bearish divergences usually mean that the price is going to stop heading to the upside, and we're either going to be heading sideways for the next few days or slightly to the downside. So that's honestly just what I would expect for Ethereum in the short term. And yeah, drawing out the Fibonacci retracement tool from this low that we had at around 1440 up to this recent top that we had around 1750 approximately. If Ethereum is to continue on this downtrend, we could potentially find some big support coming in at the 38.2% Fibonacci level, which is coming in at 1,630 US dollars. So the 1,630 US dollar level just here is going to be some support for Ethereum once again, not only because of that Fibonacci level, but also because we got supported at that level just here on the chart. And we also saw some big resistance at that same level just earlier in the beginning of March. Now, if we break below that level, the next big Fibonacci level is of course the 50% Fibonacci level, and that's currently coming in at around 1,600 US dollars. So this 1,600 US dollar level could also be some support for Ethereum. Once again, we got a massive rejection of that exact level just here. And at the beginning of March, once again, we saw some massive rejections of that same level. But the most important Fibonacci level on the Fibonacci retracement tool is of course the 61.8% Fibonacci level, and that's coming in at around 1,560. So those are all of my downside targets to watch out for if we are to continue on this slightly bearish downtrend just in the short term. Once again, I'm still extremely bullish on Ethereum long term. Once again, I'll just be expecting Ethereum to get a bounce at one of these fib levels and just kind of consolidate sideways and get ready for its next push up towards this resistance level just here, coming in once again at 1,700 US dollars. And once we break above 1,700 and we actually break above with like big volume, or if we get a retest of that level and confirm it as support, then just here, this would be my immediate price target, which is coming in at 1,800 US dollars. And that's because that's a fib level to the upside. That's the 61.8% Fibonacci level to the upside. And yeah, anything above that $1,800 level, honestly, I'll be just targeting up towards $2,000 because obviously that's just a big psychological resistance level. And that's also currently where the all-time high is for Ethereum approximately. Obviously the all-time high is a bit above 2,000, but yeah, around the $2,000 range, we'll see some resistance once again at that level for Ethereum. All right, now this was one of your most suggested altcoins that you guys commented in the comment section of my last video. And this right here is of course Elrond. So yeah, I've just pulled out the Elrond to US dollar chart This is on the 1 day chart, and this basically shows the massive, insane run that Elrond has had over the last 3 to 4 months. And yeah, once again, it's been absolutely insane. Elrond's gone from around $7 approximately up to just above $200. So from this bottom just here to up towards this top, it pretty much did a 30x in less than 3 months. Now, just bringing out the 50-day EMA on the chart, as you can see, that's what this red line is just here. Essentially, for as long as Elrond stays above this line, I am still extremely bullish on Elrond. Now, just being fully transparent, I do currently hold a small amount of Elrond in my portfolio. It's nothing massive, but I just want to be transparent with you guys. And as you can see, just here at the end of February, we got a nice bounce of this 50-day EMA. So yeah, once again, this 50-day EMA, which by the way is currently coming in at approximately $112. This is going to be some big support for Elrond, and it's incredibly important that we hold this support level, because if we break the 50-day EMA, then we could potentially be entering into more of a bearish trend. And obviously that's not too good for the Elrond holders out there. So yeah, once again, pay strong attention to this 50-day EMA. And now, as of right now, we are forming lower highs on the Elrond's chart, obviously. But honestly, for this consolidation, once again, I'll just be using this downwards resistance line as obviously the resistance. But for the support, I wouldn't be using a straight line. I'll simply be using this 50-day EMA. So the resistance for Elrond is just above the current price, coming in at around $155 approximately. And once again, the support is coming in at around 112 approximately. And now, honestly, this massive run in Elrond that we've had over the past few months takes me back to the days where Ethereum had some absolutely monster gains during 2017. If you look just here, this is the Ethereum US dollar chart, just to kind of compare. This is on the weekly chart, but as you can see here, back in 2015, the Ethereum price kind of dipped down like this and then curved up and then began to explode to the upside. And then we entered this big consolidation area, which was around halfway along this massive bull trend. And then yeah, eventually we began to break above the previous highs for Ethereum back here, and we just continued to absolutely rocket to the upside, basically replicating the first gain that we had and doing that same thing once again. And if anything, the second one was even bigger than the first. So just switching it back to the Elrond chart, and you could probably see the similarities now between Elrond and Ethereum back in the last big bull run. Once again, Elrond had this downwards dip at the beginning of this bull run. It curved around and then began to shoot to the upside, and now we're entering that sideways consolidation period, which is around halfway along this run if we were to continue this, like what happened to Ethereum in the last bull cycle. Now, just measuring roughly from this low to where we are right now, that's pretty much a 20x gain for Elrond. Let's just say if Elrond were to do the same 20x gain from the current price, that would put one Elrond at around $3,000, making the market cap at around $50 billion. Now, at first, that might seem a little bit crazy, but you have to remember that back in the day, XRP, which its market cap, by the way, is coming in at around $20 billion. Back in the last big bull cycle, when XRP had all of its hype, it reached a high of around $150 billion in the market cap. And once again, the value proposition of XRP back in the day was its fast and cheap transactions, and that's exactly what Elrond is going after. The whole point of Elrond is its extremely fast transactions and cheap transaction fees. So if the Elrond market cap were to just reach a third of what XRP reached in the last bull cycle, once again, that would place Elrond at around $3,000 this bull cycle. And honestly, this correction that we're seeing right now could potentially be a pretty good buying opportunity if you missed out on this run already. Obviously, make sure you're always doing your own research for these altcoins on this channel. I don't really dive too deep into the fundamentals of these projects. So yeah, anytime you're buying into an altcoin, please make sure you fully understand what it is before you're investing your money into a project like this. But yeah, anyway, that's just about all I have to say for this video. I would have included another one of your altcoins in this video, but it was already getting pretty long, so I thought I should just cut it here. But if I haven't made a video about your altcoin suggestion, please just be patient. I will eventually get around to all of the altcoins. I just try and cover the most suggested altcoins first, the ones that the majority of the people want to see in the comment section. So once again, if you have a favorite altcoin that you want me to cover, just let me know in the comment section down below. And if a bunch of other people commenting the same thing, I will make it a priority to get that on the channel. But yeah, anyway, if you enjoyed the video, then please make sure to just leave a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on for more videos like this one. Once again, I try and pack these videos with as much valuable information as possible to try and help you make money in crypto. So if you could just repay me with a quick like and subscribe, once again, that seriously means a lot to me, and I appreciate all of your support on the channel. And yeah, if you have any questions, feedback, or suggestions for me, please let me know in the comment section down below alongside your favorite altcoin. I try and read and reply to every single one of my comments on these videos. So yeah, if you have anything to say whatsoever, just let me know in a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Just be careful because in the comment section, there can be some scammers down there. So be warned. If you find any comment or reply to your comments down there with like a phone number, email, Telegram, WhatsApp, anything like that, please do not contact anyone from the comment section. Even if it looks like a reply from my channel, if it contains something like a phone number, that is not me. That is a scammer trying to impersonate my channel, so please stay away from those comments. I try and delete them whenever I can, but I'm not always online and they're always coming in, so just a word of warning for you all out there. But yeah, anyway, once again, that's all I have to say for this video. I really hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.